know why I had to skip all the dialogue, but I hope that doesn't repeat. So that's the monastery. I do like the music here. This is where the fire mages resign, and where we have to go anyway because of the quest. And you can see one of the fire mages standing up there anyway. See who it is.
I can hardly believe it. Are you really a paladin now?
It's the same thing, I have to skip it.
Obviously.
Oh, I'm in South Park.
If someone like you is with the paladins, then Beliar's thugs had better watch out.
I'm not in South Park, am I?
If you did in the sleeper, that handful of orcs shouldn't be a problem.
This is not only about the orcs.
I know, but it's still good to have you on our side.
Oh well.
What are you doing here in the monastery? Let me guess. You want to be instructed in the art of magic.
Perhaps.
I knew it. Best to talk to Marduk. He's responsible for you paladins. You'll find him in front of the chapel.
Okay, I'm gonna save real quick and then I'm gonna reload. Since I don't like the bug, I have to skip every dialogue and it kind of messes up a lot of stuff.
I need to get into the monastery. It's urgent.
Yes, sure. Here's the key.
How did you get to the monastery so fast?
What kind of a question is that? I crept through the pass and made my way straight to the monastery. Admittedly, it was never easy avoiding all the... After the grub they serve in the dungeon, he's probably stuffing his face right now and putting the mercenaries' provisions to a real test. Diego mumbled something about a reckoning. No idea what he meant by that, but I suspect he's in the city. You know him, always there when there's something to be had.
Do you know anything about the hooded figures?
No, but I have a bad feeling about those guys. Be careful if you run into them.
Okay. Let's enter the monastery. There it is. It's not too spectacular. But we were supposed to talk to Marduk or something. There's a paladin here.
For Innos, brother. If you have come to learn something about the consecration of the sword, then ask Marduk.
Yep. You can consecrate your sword. Why is everybody sleeping? Where the fuck is Marduk? Like, seriously. He's not even here. Maybe it's too early. Paula.
I see that you have decided to fight on our side. I am glad. We can use every man. You should go speak directly to Marduk. He is responsible for you paladins.
Yeah, but he isn't around.
I want to increase my magic powers.
Can do that right here.
Have you got anything else for me?
Yes. As a member of the library, you are given the key to the library. There you will find brothers Karis and Highgrass. If you like, you can speak with them there.
Okay.
May Innos
That won't be necessary. What the fuck? Why is there a key floating in midair? Statue of Innos. Pray, spend 100 gold, dexterity +1. Great. Thank you, Innos. Dexterity +1 is awesome. It's really awesome. Let's get into the library. Let's see, something...
Hey, you!
The honorable warriors of Innos rarely stray into these rooms. What can I do for you?
Show me your wares.
Lizard, snapper, wolf, giant rat skin, sheepman. Well, he doesn't really have anything useful.
What exactly is your job?
It is my responsibility to train mages in the art of spherical manifestation.
What does that mean?
Well, I teach them how to summon creatures or beings from other states or spheres. This is usually called summoning. although this expression alone is insufficient for the art of calling a servant. Furthermore, I own some interesting spell scrolls which Gorax does not have.
How are your studies coming along?
The enemy has many faces. Which of them presents the greatest danger for the monastery is awfully difficult to determine.
That's probably not the wolves. Well, let's talk to Higgles.
Hey, you!
I am Master Highglass, guardian of the fire and keeper of the knowledge.
Keeper of the knowledge.
What are you studying, Master?
My research focuses on fire, the power of Enos. It is his gift and at the same time a mighty weapon, and I create runes which contain his power.
Any news?
Yes. Well, you've probably noticed those black-robed figures.
I've met them.
This brings us to the core of the matter. At the moment, we're observing a very rare constellation of stars. To be more exact, the sign of the ox currently stands in direct correlation with the sign of the warrior. I suppose you know what that means.
Well, to be honest...
Yes, I see. Well, I cannot explain the entire background to you now, but it definitely signifies a great change, and I do not like change. Therefore, I want you to get me a book from town. It's called The Divine Power of the Stars. You may have to rummage around for it a bit, but I'm sure you'll find it.
Okay.
I'll see whether I can find it.
That's good. It frees up my time so I can follow some other trails as well. But don't take too much time. Time, I'm afraid, is what we have the least of.
Good thing. These will teach you the circles and what spells are in there and what is required to do them. Third circle, for example, you can create a small firestorm, medium healing wounds, great skeleton, and so on and so forth. You would have to use a rune, a scroll of that particular spell, and then the ingredient that is also required to create runes. Something we are not going to be doing in this playthrough. Heal possession.
I think I'm possessed. Can you heal me?
Not without a token of your respect for this monastery, my son. 300 gold coins.
I'm a freaking paladin, but anyway.
Great. Here's the money.
Here, drink this. May the mercy of Enos be your salvation.
Okay, I'm gonna use them whenever I want to sleep.
I've come from the old Valley of Mines.
What do you have to report?
The enemy has formed up there with an army of orcs and dragons.
We have already learned that from Milton. But what about the king's shipment of ore?
The mine they are digging for Garand in the valley cannot satisfy the demands of the king.
The days are becoming grayer, and the light of the sun is ever weaker.
I was attacked by men in black robes.
I know. Those are the Seekers, henchmen from the nether realms of Beliar. Beware of them. They will try to take possession of you. Once possessed, you will no longer be yourself. Only here in the monastery could you find help then, so be careful. Here, this rune will bring you directly back to the monastery if you need our help. Remember, we must offer resistance or we shall all be doomed.
I have come to take the Eye of Enos.
I see that you have received an authorization from Lord Hagen himself to bear the Eye of Enos. I am afraid that I have to disappoint you. We have fallen victim to a treacherous plot of the enemy. The Eye of Enos has been violently taken from these sacred walls.
Who did this?
Evil is cunning and usually works in secret. Only rarely do you see it emerge to pursue its evil machinations in broad daylight. But these days, it's a different matter. The enemy now shows himself openly in the street, in every home and every public square. This can only mean that he no longer fears any adversary and is not going to shrink back from anything. One of our most faithful followers, a candidate for the high robe of the Magicians of Fire, has changed his allegiance unexpectedly, and in an alarmingly evil manner. Pedro, the enemy has taken possession of him, thus inflicting a terrible defeat upon us. Pedro has forced his way into our most sacred halls and stolen the eye. I fear that he simply spent too much time by himself, outside of the gates, and thus beyond the protective walls of the monastery, exposed to all lurking dangers.
Have you seen these two guys to the side? Just, you know, we're gonna stand up and we're gonna sit back down. Okay, everything's fine. Okay.
Where did the thief flee to?
Pedro knocked down some of the other novices who tried to stop him and disappeared into the morning mist. Many novices have gone after him to bring the eye back to its place unharmed. If you want to catch up with him, you need to hurry before Pedro disappears out of your reach.
Okay,
One more thing. Some of the roadside shrines dedicated to Enos have been desecrated by the enemy. They have lost their magical consecration.
I see. And now?
It is up to you to purify these shrines so that the situation does not escalate. Take this holy water and trickle it on the base of the shrine. With the holy words of purification, the shrine will regain its old power. Here's a map for you. The shrines which we have set up are marked on it now. Go and perform your tasks.
easy enough.
Is there anything else you want to tell me?
Dismissed. You know what you have to do.
Okay, this is a quest that we just got, and it's a Paladin-only quest. You will get it, as a mage, you will get another quest from him, and I don't think you will get any quest at all. If you are Dragon Hunter, Slayer, whatever. Okay, now everybody is awake, which is good. Marduk.
Welcome, my son. Since when are you one of the Paladins?
Only for a short time.
Then I bid you welcome. In this battle, we need every man who has the courage to oppose evil. The fate of us all lies in the hands of men like you. May Enos ever give you the courage you need.
What's your job here?
I prepare the Paladins for their fight against evil.
What is evil?
Evil is everywhere. It is the power of Beliar, the eternal adversary of Enos. It is the all-encompassing blackness which seems to blot out the light of Enos forever. Beliar is the lord of darkness, of hate, and of destruction. Only those among us in whose hearts burns the holy fire of Enos will bear the radiant light of Enos into the world and banish the darkness.
But there are only magicians and novices living in the monastery.
That is correct, in contrast to our community which honors the word of Enos. The Paladins honor the great deeds of our Lord above all else. We are the representatives of Enos, but the Paladins are his warriors, who go into battle in his name and increase his glory.
Is there anything you can teach me?
I am an expert in the magic of ice and the magic of thunder. I can teach you their power. However, I only instruct magicians.
I was wondering anyway.
What can you teach me?
Naturally, I cannot teach you your combat skills. I can, however, bring the essence of Enos and his gifts closer to you. Besides, it is my task to prepare you for the consecration of the sword.
And the magic?
Here we teach only our magic. You must learn the magic of the Paladins in the city.
You already know what I think.
What's the consecration of the sword?
The consecration of the sword is one of the Paladins' most sacred rituals. During this ceremony, the holy power of Enos flows through the blade of the Paladin's sword and gives the sword undreamed of powers. A sword so consecrated is a Paladin's most valuable possession and will accompany him his whole life long.
I'm staying out of it.
What do you mean by that?
When Enos had to leave our world, he left humankind a part of his divine power.
That isn't true.
Only a few of us humans are allowed to use his power and to oversee justice in his name.
And what do you want to bring closer to me?
I can set you on the right path to recognize the essence of Innos and follow him.
That was no
All
big
this
deal.
rambling about making a weapon stronger. That's
totally
the
obvious.
essence.
Maybe later.
You are heartily welcome here anytime.
You don't have to ask me that.
That's safe. I don't believe you can do that very often.
I want to consecrate my sword.
If you are determined to take this step, you will first need a blade of tempered ore. With this, you should then retreat to the chapel and pray. During the prayer, and after a reasonable donation to our Lord Innos, you should ask Innos for his grace and guidance in the battle against evil. If Innos is well disposed towards you, your sword will be consecrated to our Lord from that moment on.
Where can I get a magic blade?
Try in the city with Herod, the smith. He provides the paladins with specially tempered blades while they are on the island.
Tell me.
What kind of a donation?
Now, in view of the grace that is granted to you, a sum of 5,000 gold pieces is more than suitable. Of course, you are allowed to give more.
Yeah, let's give him more. Okay, so basically what you have to do is talk to Innos, spend ridiculous amounts of money, and then he will consecrate your sword, which I don't have any. This one is, I believe, already consecrated, but I'm not quite sure. This is the healing of the possession, also heals you apparently, black ore effects unknown. Blah, blah, blah. I did, however, get a little bit more. Shit! Oh, two more. I might have to learn that because I do want to equip that bow. I've got the level up. Oh, I think when did I get a level up? What do I do with it? I could learn how to fight better. I could also learn to dexterity. That wouldn't really matter. It does though. No, you know what? I'm gonna do it the other way. I'm gonna go and hope that Innos will give me these two things. So what I'm gonna do now is sleep. This is the best place to do it, by the way, since this is the closest the shrine is ever to the bed. There we go. 1 dexterity. And let's hope that he does it again. That chest. There it is. Okay. Come on. Give me the dexterity, bitch. Pray 100 strength. It's good, but I don't really wanted that. Sorry about that. I can get some more money by talking to Gorex and selling him some shit. Not quite what I want though. Pray, donate, dexterity, there we go. I do wanted to see how this looks. Looks pretty fucking awesome actually. I'm not wearing the right robe. I'm not wearing the right armor. I think that the magic crossbow looks even better. Somewhat. Looks better with the other one. This one is just better though. I mean, I do have the strength for it. And well, the bow and crossbow is basically the same. I have gotten some more stone tablets though. Let's check these out. 5 energy. One in combat, unfortunately. Okay, I'm gonna cut it right here. Let's save, and then I'm gonna stop the recording and shit. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we will try and get the Eye of Innos next time. Maybe I'll do some more stat gaining offline, though. I'm actually thinking about doing that. You saw just running around in circles. I will get 10 strength, 10 mana, 10 dexterity, and maybe something else. I have no idea what. So, yeah, we'll see about that. So, again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in a minute or next time, you know. Bye! Hello and welcome back. I'm gonna make a quick save, since I have not yet... 7. Okay. Did it crash? No, it didn't. Good. Okay, I have basically invested all the points in it. I've gotten free HP as a result of being done. I got up to 84 strain, and my dexterity raised to 32, and what was really good is that my mana almost raised to 60. So we are doing quite good on that part. I'm now getting only health as a result of doing something along the lines of what I did. Yeah, we're actually doing quite good. I'm really surprised. We are really good. I can now wear the crossbow. I think I couldn't do that before. I can also wear the firebow. I think I showed you that already though. It's been a while since I last recorded. I'm gonna try out this magic crossbow though. I have no idea if you can actually use it with magic quills only, or I can actually use it with bolts too. So I guess I'm gonna find that out by moving along the storyline. So we basically found out that Pedro took the Eye of Innos and basically ran with it. So I guess we're gonna follow him. The normal way to do it, or the way most people do it, is by just simply jumping down here and swimming. I, however, prefer to not do that. I prefer to suck at typing. I usually prefer to take the long run because there are multiple enemies respawn, and I want to deal with them. So
traveling so far from home.
There is an inner statue right here,
especially when you're all by yourself,
which should be not possessed. Okay.
What are you doing out here?
All right then.
The tavern is too expensive for
possession.
me. That's why I settled
It
here.
isn't, though.
The previous inhabitants don't seem to need it anymore.
I've not yet talked to that guy down there.
Who used to live in this camp?
I don't think
idea.
So let's do that.
Some hunters. I suppose it got too dangerous for them out here.
Okay,
isn't it too dangerous out here?
Well, not if you can defend yourself. My crossbow has already proven to be of service many times.
It's not all that big.
But deadly if you know how to handle it. I used to have a bigger one. Unfortunately, I lost it. I ventured too far north into the mountains. There's a big stone circle there with a sacrificial altar. While I was hunting scavengers up there, these vile undead beings came out of the woods and attacked me. All I could do was run for my life. While I was running, the crossbow slipped from my hand. I bet it's still lying up there by that strange stone circle in the north.
Can you teach me something?
If you can pay. Like I said, at the moment I'm a bit strapped for cash.
How much do you want?
150 gold pieces.
Here's your gold.
Good. As far as I'm concerned, we can begin immediately.
Okay. And also, I forgot about telling you one thing. I've learned to craft the new weapons. I can now craft this El Bastardo. That's where all my points went. Oops. Yeah, so he basically wants his crossbow back. I don't blame him for it. There is exactly a good old training dummy. This is exactly who I wanted to see right now. Can I hit him? Seems to be firing magic bolts so far.
There he is.
So I only got 9. Okay, let's just try it out. I don't know if you can actually. I've never used these. It seems to be using magic bolts, and it's not hitting jack shit. And I think that's about it. Yeah, you cannot use normal bolts. Shit. I could use that crossbow, but it's way worse than this one. I didn't even take any. It didn't even do. What the fuck? Didn't even do any damage. Field raiders. Oh, he didn't even do any damage too. Yeah, that's what I meant with respawning. It's the usual thing. Every time you venture into a new chapter, things gonna respawn. I thought about putting the learning points into more strength and more ability with my sword combat, but it wouldn't really pay off that much. I wanted to get the smithing stuff done, basically. So there's that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna not use... Why is this all... Haven't I gotten a quest to clean these up? Huh? Aren't these guys supposed to be possessed or something? I don't get it. Thought they were. I don't know. Maybe these are still untouched. Where are the goblins? Oh, right over there. Knew I saw them. Hello, field raiders. Get one shot, bitches. I love the damage so much. My damage just multiplied up, just through the roof, because I am now. I have no more strength, because I do have more strength. Hello, bloodfly. Oh, well.
Enos,
critting is still an
grant
issue,
me
though.
your aid and
Come on, this guy
purify
has to
this
be
shrine.
possessed. Oh, well, there's a dude standing right next to him. Shit. Yeah, don't fucking annoy me. Just fucking die. Stop burning me alive, too.
Nothing there. Nothing to be had there.
I think you have to be hit by the possession stuff 3 times. Oh, finally! Six left. Good. I thought you, well, you have to be hit by the possession shit 3 times to be actually possessed.
What's going on here?
What do you mean?
You're the second fellow to rush past here like he's been stung by blood
regain
flies.
any health once you are sleeping.
Who was the other guy?
Which is
He looked
a
like
big
one
deal,
of those brainy
considering I
novices
do have a
from
lot
the
of health.
monastery back there.
And
You can say what you
quite as
like,
many potions.
but somehow those guys aren't
So
quite
before
right
you go
in
to
the
bed,
head.
basically just clean yourself.
Where did the other one
From
go?
stupid
He
shit.
ran up that way like lightning.
I may wanna...
I need to get going.
Hey, no problem.
Hello.
What's your business here?
You ask a damn lot of questions for such a young whippersnapper. Name the goblin cave we crawled through together, and I'll tell you my secrets. Otherwise, mind your own business.
You know what? I don't like you anymore. Come on. Get over here, man. Basically, I don't want to kill him. The Claw of Belia will probably see to the killing of this guy. I just want to get the experience and the stuff. Claw of Belia again is most likely gonna kill him, since when the lightning strikes,